This is absolutely shocking because recently there's been a video that's been going viral on social media depicting what seems to clearly be on a grade 10 pupil, and this is coming from the Milnerton High School. And obviously so many people have started to protest against this video because what it depicts is absolutely horrendous.
Hey everyone, quick one, I'm not going to be long. The Milnerton High School incident needs to be addressed. Something needs to be done, and more than anything else, there needs to be a lesson taught to all the other schools, the bullies, because this thing is happening. It's just that it's not documented or it's not recording. It's happening everywhere, every day, and we need to up the grip of especially for children, because that's where the ruin starts early. It starts early and it's going to affect their future, both the bullies and the ones being bullied.
8 boys who were allegedly involved in that viral bullying incident that has taken the nation and now has reached international news. That's right, BBC has now reported on it. They will be appearing in front of the Cape Town Magistrates Court today with charges of assault with intent to cause grievous bodily harm.
As a victim of the treatment that students at Milnerton High School get when one of their rugby boys assaults you or bullies you or does anything of that sort, I'm here to speak up for Buckley.
I'm sure we've all seen this video, the one that's on top of my head now. I'm not going to play it again because I believe that playing it again further indignifies the person who got bullied. I want to talk about what I saw and what I think we should be doing. When I watched that video, I saw young men who have a very false and bad idea of what masculinity and what manhood is. And I also saw another young man who had his dignity taken away from him.
I mean, just watching the video, you can pretty much imagine what this grade 10 learner is going through, because it does seem like some sort of hazing or initiation type process. Whatever it is, the people in the video are clearly comfortable in this setting, which clearly tells us that this is not the first time something like this is happening within the school. But something interesting I actually found out while doing my research is the fact that the video that many people have seen on TikTok is actually a shortened version of the longer video. You see, the original video is actually 2 minutes long and it depicts way worse than what we've seen on TikTok, because the way they brutally beat this boy with belts and hockey sticks, I could only imagine the scars and the marks that would be left on him after this video was taken. It's absolutely disgusting, guys. But many of you are probably wondering to yourselves, what exactly is even happening in this video? What are the details that we at least know so far to help us understand what's going on in this video? Well, the truth of the matter is the incident, which occurred on the 16th of October 2025, was recorded during what appeared to be an initiation ritual involving grade 11 and grade 12 pupils targeting a younger grade 10 students. So as many people were suspecting, this did seem to be some type of initiation into, I don't know, maybe the rugby team or whatever type of team that this boy was joining. That's at least what we know so far regarding the context of this video. Reports indicate that up to 9 pupils were assaulted in total, though the viral video only focuses on one primary victim. Now, this is the most shocking aspect of this entire situation, because what we know is that he wasn't the only one to be assaulted in this manner. 9 other students had probably experienced something similar or even worse before this video was taken. But guys, if you thought things were bad, they unfortunately only get worse. Because like I said, the original video, which was approximately 2 minutes long, shows a group of boys repeatedly assaulting the 16-year-old grade 10. And the attackers would use objects like a hockey stick, a hose pipe, a wooden log, and belts to strike the victim, particularly on his buttocks area and the back. And in this video, the boy is heard pleading, asking them to please stop hitting him, and he can't take any more of the violence. But of course, it's a group of boys, so the assault only continues, and can even hear people laughing and cheering in the background, and also doing mocking gestures towards the camera. Absolutely disgusting, which clearly shows us what they are used to this behavior. This is nothing new, it's just business as usual. But on the 22nd of October, additional footage would also emerge outrage, showing the same group involved in other attacks, and one clip would depict a boy striking another learner while another would show a boy hitting a girl across the face. Things would only get worse regarding these pupils, and these videos were quickly forwarded to the school and the WCED for inclusion into the investigation, suggesting an obvious pattern of repeated aggression regarding these
Investigations
boys.
now underway after a video emerged of a 16-year-old boy being hit by sticks, a belt and a hose pipe by other learners at the Milnerton High School in the Western Cape. You today have seen parents outside very, very angry at the situation.
Let's talk about what is troubling this country as well. 8 pupils from Milnerton. This is the high school in Cape Town. They've been suspended following an assault. It follows a viral video that was shared online, which shows a group of boys beating a 16-year-old schoolmate repeatedly with a belt, hockey sticks and other items. The Western Cape Education Department saying the move is aimed at ensuring a fair disciplinary process and protecting other pupils as investigations continue.
Authorities, including Education Minister Usiviwe, have urged the public to not share the videos, citing the emotional trauma to the victims and potential violations of the pupils' dignity. Now, while I do understand the angle of not wanting to post these videos because it can be a bad look for the students involved, I do think that sometimes people in South Africa need to be pushed emotionally in order to act like how we've been seeing people react to this video. Because if this video was just left in the dark, nobody would know what was really going on in a lot of these schools. Sometimes you do need the straw that will break the camel's back, and this video just happened to be that exact straw. So I can't really push back too much on these videos being shared publicly, because South Africa needs to know what exactly their kids are getting up to when they go to these schools. But guys, I know you think that these videos and all these things are bad. However, I'm going to tell you that it only gets worse, because the victim in the main video was actually found out to be a cancer survivor who completed his chemotherapy earlier in 2025, and his mother reported that he was deeply traumatized and has since been removed from the school by his family, and some of the alleged attackers are school rugby players, prompting SA Rugby President Mark Alexander to condemn the incident and emphasize that such behavior contradicts rugby's values of respect and
Milnerton
discipline.
ladies, hy kind was 'n cancer victim survivor. 'n Cancer victim survivor en jy het sulke goed aan hom gedoen. Dis verby my. Ek hoop julle kry alles wat vir julle kom. En elke persoon wat in daai kamer was, ek hoop julle kry wat vir julle kom. Want wat daai kind agter die kamera, ek hoop jy kry presies wat vir jou kom. En die enigste een wat vir julle sal vergewe, die enigste een na wie julle kan teruggaan, altyd na toe kan teruggaan is Jesus.
You can only imagine how much trauma, how much abuse has come upon this boy in these last few days. To not only survive something so horrific, but now to be put through this and this humiliation ritual all over South Africa. I can only imagine what this boy is going through. But I do appreciate the outcry and the outpour of so many South Africans who want absolute justice for this boy, because as you can see, this video has blown up all over the internet, prompting celebrities like Osomizi and many other prominent figures to also give their 2 cents on this incident, making sure that it doesn't die out and it doesn't stay in the darkness like these schools would like it to be. And one recurring theme as we watch many other people who are reacting to this video is the fact that they want justice for this learner, and many of them are saying that these boys need to spend some time in prison. There needs to be some charges laid against these learners. There need to be expulsions. They need to be permanent records put so that bullies in the future never think to do such a thing to another pupil. These boys must be made an example of to deter would-be bullies in the future from even trying to assault, from even trying to harass another student who's only trying to get an education. And ever since this video has come out, parents and even the EFF and ANC youth leagues have been seen protesting and striking outside of this school, because this behavior should absolutely be demonized. And things have even gotten out of hand within these protests, with the protesters clashing with the security and the police detail who are trying to keep the peace. But it clearly shows that people have had enough of these incidents. How many more children have to take their lives? How many more children have to suffer at the hands of these bullies, at the hands of these monsters? And look, people are saying enough is enough. So the recent developments regarding this entire case is that there are court appearances that are set to come for these 8 suspects who are appearing in these videos, showing that there is at least some legal action that's being taken. And yeah, man, people have had enough of these videos because so many children take their lives. So many children have to relocate schools. So many children have to deal with the long-standing effects that this abuse and this trauma that they experience in the school has on their mental psyche and their lives. You know, it's not that kids are shy. It's not that kids are timid, but it's just the fact that they've been bullied. They've been ashamed of being who they are for so long that they just feel as though that they don't fit into any group. They feel as though their opinions don't matter. They feel as though they themselves to the core don't matter. And so it's good to see South Africans pushing back against these videos, pushing back against this conduct, to also let these kids know that you don't have to be quiet, that you don't have to endure this bullying. Because if you can't speak to your principal, if you can't speak to your teachers, speak to your parents, reach out to social media, because strangers on the internet might care more than your school does. Because if you're old enough to behave in such a manner, beating other people's children, then I think the warm embrace of a jail cell might be exactly what you're looking for.